Good morning, Facebook. Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. It's 12 o'clock, almost 12:30 in the afternoon. I am here at the house. I was on the phone. Actually, I was over at a friend's house yesterday, and I was on the phone talking with him about, went to visit him rather, and we were discussing raw sex in 2013. A lot of people are mesmerized for whatever reasons about having unprotected sex in 2013. Now, raw sex has been going on forever. But it seems now that a lot of guys are more interested in having an intimate relationship with someone and not using a condom for whatever reasons. And I'll be very honest with you how I feel about raw sex. If you're in a committed relationship, and this is where things get tricky, but if you're in a committed relationship with someone that you're a long-term committed relationship, and you two are responsible adults, and you sat down with this person, you guys have had a discussion about what you expect from each other, you trust each other. See, that's where the key comes in. You've been tested for whatever, HIV, hepatitis B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever hepatitis are running around out there today, gonorrhea, syphilis. You guys have done all the right things. You've been in a long-term relationships. No one stepped outside that relationship that you know of. Can you have raw sex? Should you have raw sex? I'm going to tell you this. I think raw sex may bring you closer to your partner. If you're in a committed long-term relationship and you guys have done all the right things that I just mentioned, I think that you can have raw sex in 2013. That's how I feel. A lot of people will say, "Oh no, Walter, you're wrong. You shouldn't be promoting this type of stuff." Well, let's just be honest. Some of these guys, for a variety of reasons, for some people, wearing a condom is not going to work for them. Should they be wrapping it up at all times? Sure, they should be. But if you've done the right things, you're in a committed long-term relationship. You guys are committed to each other. You all know each other's health status, whatever it may be. And you would write the proper discussions, this is what we want to do, this is how we want to move forward. We're ready to do this, and you're committed to each other. I personally don't see a problem with having raw sex with your partner, with your lover. People do it every day. Now, it takes trust. Because you don't know what your partner is or isn't doing when he's not with you. And in my opinion, I think all men cheat. I just do. So that's where things get tricky. Because now you're having raw sex. Your partner might sneak out and do something. He might, you never know what a person's up to. Everybody's always, "Oh, my partner would never cheat. I would never cheat." Y'all, give me a fucking break. I think all men cheat. So if you decide to go down that route with your partner and have a sexual relationship without using a condom, there are some risks that are involved. There are some risks that are involved because you don't know if he might slip up and have sex with someone else without a condom, or you might slip up and have sex with someone else without a condom, or someone might use a condom with another partner and the condom breaks. There are some issues that are involved, so you have to really weigh your options. And for some odd reason, raw sex seems to be so incredibly popular today. That's all people talk about is they like the sensation of sex raw. Why? I'm not really too sure. I've had sex with condoms and sex without condoms, and I really can't tell the difference personally. But that's just me. I've also been in a long-term relationship for a long period of time. And I'll be very honest with you, we rarely use condoms. Why? But at the same time, I was with someone that I kind of trusted to a degree. When I say to a degree, meaning when you're with somebody for a long period of time, the condoms are just going to come off, period. And I personally think that you can become closer to your partner if you decide not to. If you decide that you and your partner sit down, you talk about it, you do all the right things leading up to having sex without a condom. Some people, you and I both know, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're HIV negative and your partner is HIV positive, you will never be able to have raw sex with each other. Well, you're not supposed to. I do know people who do have raw sex and they're negative and positive. That's on them. That's the risk that they're taking. I have a friend of mine who's been in a relationship for 10 years with the same guy, 10 or 15 years, maybe about 15 years. Well, I'm getting old. And the guy's positive and he's negative and they don't use condoms and he doesn't have HIV. I cannot explain why this man has not contracted HIV from his partner and they're not using the condom. I don't know if it's his immune system. Is he immune to HIV? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I know about those two guys. People want to have raw sex. Is it safe in 2013? I think it is. If you do all the right homework. If you do all the right homework and you take all the right steps, I think that you can have raw sex in 2013. I mean, it's just keeping it real. As long as you know that there are risks involved for both partners. There are risks involved. Herpes, HPV. Well, you can get HPV whether you use a condom or not, that's what I've heard, from what I've read. It's got to be something that you really got to sit down and think about and decide if that's the path that you want to go on. Am I advocating people stop using condoms and have raw sex? Not at all. No. All I'm saying is that if you're in a long-term committed relationship and you guys know the risks that are involved and it's something that could bring you all closer, maybe it's okay to ditch the condoms. Do your research first. Really know what you're doing and understanding what you're doing. And make sure that you and your partner are in agreement that there will be no cheating going on. How I feel about that. Keep the condoms if you want to, or ditch them if you want to. Whatever you decide to do, let's sit down first and have a conversation. Don't do that in the heat of the moment. Don't be laying up in bed and say, we're going to ditch the condoms today. Nah. Do that when you're sitting at the breakfast table and have a talk. Really do your homework. Really make sure that this is something that you and your partner really want to do and understand what you're deciding to do, because you're going to be, no condom means that you're going to be exchanging bodily fluids. And so you need to understand the implications of what you're doing. It could bring you guys closer together. It could. So I see it. But there are risks involved. Now, I know people are going to be so mad. I can see the answer. I can see what people have to say now. But again, do your homework. Understand what you're doing. Make sure you understand your partner and your own health status. Make sure that you guys are in agreement that you love each other, that this is something that you both want to do together. Not one person want to ditch the condoms and the other person don't want to ditch the condom. Make sure it's something that both of you sit down and talk about. Can you have sex raw sex in 2013? I think you can. Just know what you're doing. Anyway, if you like my videos, click like. I would like to read your feedback on what you thought about today's topic. Raw sex in 2013. Give me your opinions. Be truthful. Be honest. Tell me how you feel. I mean, we know people are ditching the condoms left and right. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Tell me your opinions. Anyway, this concludes today's video, and you guys have a great day. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a great day.